Winding down from a long day, good day. Thought I had done this video earlier and I hadn't, so I have to do it now. And mental focus is really important. It's amazing how much you can hone your mental focus so that it's like a knife cutting through the fog. And I just notice my mind getting sharper, able to focus earlier in the morning, later at night, focus when I have to. I can make myself focus better. I'm more in control of my own mind and less at the whim of how I feel or my emotions, my energy level. I can bring myself to where I need to be. And that's great. That's a skill that I've learned, that I'm learning, that I'm going to continue to hone. And the mind is a great weapon. It can be your worst enemy when you don't control it, and I know all about that. I've suffered from a mind that controlled me, and now more and more every day I get better at controlling my mind and using its incredible power for my good. So that's pretty exciting. And another thing that is really interesting is I'm getting better at vulnerability. Vulnerability is really important. I was having a conversation with someone recently, a mentor, and he was talking to me about the value of being vulnerable in a professional setting. And in that conversation, I chose to be vulnerable with him, and it took the conversation to a different level. And I also noticed how I wanted to keep the conversation at a surface level, how there was a way in which I felt like I needed to do that, like to look good. And then there was just a moment where I realized I don't have to do that. I can just let down my guard, and I did. And it felt good, and it wasn't, he didn't attack me. So we think people are going to attack us. That's why we don't let down our guard. And sometimes it's true. And there have been times when people did attack us. And that's why we don't let our guards down, because we learned that it can be dangerous. But it's also critical to get anywhere that we want to in life that's worthwhile, in business and relationships, in love, and in everything, with our kids, with our friends. Like, being able to be vulnerable is utterly important. And it's not just about like sharing really personal stuff or crying or whatever. Like, being funny, making a joke, being goofy, making fun of yourself, like letting yourself loosen up to where you can do that. That's vulnerability, you know? So vulnerability can take a lot of different forms, like, I don't know, sharing a personal interest with someone, showing them something that you do that you love to do that they don't know about. Yeah, just like talking about yourself or giving somebody a compliment. That's vulnerability. You know, that's letting down your guard enough to kind of pick them up. And when we do it intentionally and consciously, it feels good. When we do it like because we don't know how not to do it, then it feels bad. Then, like, because we open ourselves up to being vulnerable at inappropriate times. But if you are in control of your energy and you can consciously be vulnerable because you feel that the time is appropriate, that's a great feeling. And that's an example of being in control of your feelings and being in control of your mind.